and there's another one. This one's in the air over mid-wicket. This might get to the boundary. It's a short boundary out the square area, and that is 4. So Wood smashing that over the top of mid-wicket. Not quite middling it. But 4 runs.
And that could be out. Beautiful catch. Diving forward at cover, and the first wicket has fallen. Wood caught at cover. A diving catch off the bowling at Chatfield. So Australia 1 for 37.
He got 19 runs on the board. He'd got the pace of the wicket, and then with that chance drive, he didn't quite get to the ball and lofted it into the cover position. So that's the first Australian wicket down.
That's good shot. Picking on the up over mid-wicket. 4 runs. A master in action there. Just waiting for that ball to come onto the bat. Kraft of the crowd appreciating the former South Australian Shield. Oh, that's short. You can't bowl there to Greg Chappell, and he pulls that away. Just forward of the square umpire for 4 runs. Cairns dropping short at medium pace, and Chappell quickly into position.
And it's in the air. Chappell going for the big hit. Warren Lees coming underneath it, and he's out. Good breakthrough for New Zealand. Good delivery from Chatfield, just short of a length. Greg Chappell going for the big hit, skied it. Difficult catch. The New Zealand fieldsman converging in it, but did the right thing and left it for Warren Lees.
Australia 2 for 92.
And shot by John Dyson off the back foot, the short boundary out there. 4 runs. Dyson on to 47. And the Australian total 101. That's in the air. Could be 6. Is 6. Big hits, Kim Hughes. Short boundary, just the same. He got underneath it, lifted it over the fence.
Well, that's a fine shot. Bisecting the field at mid-on.
It's flying out towards that short boundary, and it will be 4. So, a beautiful shot, very well timed by Dyson through the onside. It's over the top, and it's 4. Well, that was a fine shot. A bit of aggression there coming in from Dyson's game. There to hit the ball over the top on the offside. Very good shot.
Now comes in, and the batsman's John Dyson.
It's in the air, and it might well be out. Bracewell's under it, and it's a good catch. He's caught it. Very well caught there. A ball hit high into the outfield. Bracewell, the sub, out there for Cooney, taking a good catch on the boundary. And Dyson, who's played very well, on his way back to the pavilion. Not very happy.
Showing the correct attitude. 3 for 142.
He's hit that well in the air, and there's a fieldsman out there. He's coming in, and it's well caught. That's right down there. Came in very quickly, caught the ball.
To dismiss Hughes for 20. So the total now 4 for 147.
Oh, and he's gone for it, and he's out. Caught behind, going for the big hit outside off stump, giving himself just a little bit of room. Chatfield finding the outside edge, and Alan Border is on his way.
And, got a thin edge. 5 for 150.
Well, that's in the air, and he's gone. He's lobbed it up to cover. Good bowling by Chatfield, and an unfortunate grab goes back to the pavilion. He was clearly forced to try and push it on, but he's lobbed it up to cover, and that's the end of him. An unfortunate start for him, but then...
That's a beautiful square drive. It's 4 runs. Trevor Chappell getting onto the front foot and hitting on the up. Hitting it with tremendous power.
What a shot to get off the mark in the first...
That's struck. And that's caught! What a magnificent catch at backward square leg by Richard Hadley. The New Zealanders not let a thing go past. Lance Kansas delighted, and Trevor Chappell can't believe his luck in his first time representing Australia. A magnificent catch. He struck that beautiful piece of camera work too. That ball went quickly, and it's 7 for 167, and Australia in trouble. Cairns, and that's in the air. Could be another one. He's into it. And he's caught it there, catching them like showing trees, the New Zealanders. They're full of confidence in the outfield. And that's the end of Dennis Lilly.
8 snared, 8 for 171. Confidence should be sky high.
Hit high and hard and long. Backward square leg, 4 runs to Rodney Marsh. He's in the air. Wicketkeeper Lee's getting under. He's getting himself in a bit of a mess. Yes, he never looked like catching that. First mistake by New Zealand as a wicketkeeper, not getting back and picking up the flight of that delivery, and it falls safely, and Rodney Marsh has a life.
We'll have a look now at the electrifying way Rod Marsh finished off the innings.
Marsh gets hold of that. It's going over the top, is it? Yes, it is, and that's 6 vital runs to Australia. Marsh picking it up, slugging it over the short boundary at square leg.
Big 6, exactly the same position.
Fact. Hands again. Marsh giving himself room. He's hit it in the air, and that's nice and straight. That could be 4 more, and the crowd roar. Well played, Rodney Marsh. Tremendous applause as he hit that ball straight down the ground. Australia 201 for 8. Marsh on to 28. Intelligent batting by the wicketkeeper batsman. That's 6 more. He's got hold of that over the Victor Richardson gates. That's a beauty, Rodney Marsh. Onto the roof. Magnificent camera work and a magnificent shot. The crowd on their feet for Rodney Marsh. Great stuff.
What a huge hit from Rodney Marsh. We just saw those Victor Richardson gates before and saw how far back and high they are. But that was a huge hit by Rodney Marsh.
This one, the shorter will be full. Doesn't make any difference. He's got hold of it and he's put it away for 4 more. Tremendous onslaught by the wicketkeeper batsman, Rodney Marsh. The crowd delighted.
20 runs so far coming from this over, and big hitting by Rodney Marsh. Just what the Australians needed.
A few smiles on the faces of the Australians. They'll be quite happy reaching 211. Once again, where will it go? It goes over again at 6 more. It's a magnificent hit, Rodney Marsh. Crash it goes. Hands pitching just short of a wink.
All that good work done by the New Zealanders. Coming a little unstuck in this last over of Lance Cairns. 3 6s and 2 4s. Mammoth hitting by Rod Marsh. And the last ball, the innings coming up. That is, if we can get it back.
Won't worry Rodney Marsh very much. It's 4 when he's hit it away. It could be out. And that's it. Caught. The Australian innings, but a wonderful over for Rodney Marsh, taking 26 off the final over. He's a little bit disappointed in being caught, but 217. Marsh out for a well hit. 43. Standing ovation for the lower order batsman. Brought this game back to life with a big hitting display. The crowd loving it, the Australians loving it. I'm quite sure our viewers in their home enjoyed it very much also. Magnificent one-day cricket from Rodney Marsh. And don't take anything away from the New Zealanders. A fine spell. Australia 217 after 50 overs.
Well, what an exhibition that was. An absolutely marvellous display of hitting there by Rodney Marsh. And how timely it was to get the Australians up so they could set New Zealand. That made 8. And your commentators, Bill Lawry and Frank Tyson.
That's a thick edge. Gets through past the sweeps, and that could be 4 runs. Yes, and 4 very valuable runs for the New Zealanders. A thickish edge through the slip cordon.
That, in fact, has been
It's a good shot. Square of the wicket. Amongst the Seagulls, and a deflection by a Seagull gives 4 runs to New Zealand. Well. Not very happy when Pascoe had that ball covered. Went into the flock. Well, that's a big hit. And that's 4 runs. Well, it's amazing. A change of bowler. A change of approach. He's hit that hard. Coming around, and it's 4 more. A good over for New Zealand. 10 runs off the over. Trevor Chappell's first. That's beautifully struck. That's 4 runs from the moment it left the bat at full pitch, about middle and leg, and he flicked that beautifully forward to the square leg umpire right for 4 runs. Natsani has a chance of a wicket. It's in the sun. Points getting under it. And well caught. Trevor Chappell, well caught. High in the sun. You see had problems picking up the flight of that ball. Beautifully judged.
That was an excellent catch. Ball going high.
Quick single, could be a chance of a run out. Rod Marsh throws it and deflected onto the stumps, and he's out. He's out. Trevor Chappell deflecting that return from Rod Marsh onto the stumps. Paul McEwen is run out for 3. Trevor Chappell as well. So Paul McEwen run out for 3, the total 2 for 67. Houghton through what would have been a mandatory first slip. You can see Greg Chappell there. Just have a look at it going down and then fold the arms. Very dangerous position, that Tony, moving across, leaving that first slip position. Lovely shot. It's the one he's been waiting for, the one that's up there right in the slot. Pitched away through the covers, 4 runs. It's a nice shot by Howarth. John Wright. With Lawson in the air. Could be safe. He just bounces in front down there. In front of Sean Graff. Was in the air for some time.
And it was a good shot from Hart. Hit very sweetly indeed. It's a long, long run down there for Dyson. He'll get to it just in front of the fence. And the batsmen, meanwhile, have crossed for 3.
Well done, Trevor Chappell. That's a great piece of fielding. A great piece of fielding, that. He took a good catch early. And that was a very difficult... And over mid-on as well. A nice, sweet stroke there. Wasn't a lusty hit. Just hit through the ball and...
That one. It's going out to backward square leg, and that's 4 runs. Very valuable 4 runs to Richard Hadley. It's beautifully timed. Square of the wicket. Lovely square drive. That's 4 runs. Parker timing that to perfection. Just went on that ball. It was a full pitch. That's square of the wicket. Well, that's a full pitch. Let's put that away down to deep backward square leg, and that's 4 more runs. 13 runs off the over from Lawson. Just what New Zealand needed. It's 4 for 176. That's well struck down the ground. It's in the air. Dyson coming in, and he's dropped it, a sitter. Dear, oh dear. Should have caught that. In fact, it's Alan Border. Apologies to John Dyson. Turn that down deep fine leg. Going quickly towards the boundary. It's a long boundary down there, and that's 4 valuable runs. Good over for the New Zealand side. The Indooro's 7th over. 4 for 183. And that's off the pad. That's going fine. That could be 4. They're coming around, and 4 runs. Inside edge. He's out, yes. Paul not getting up and really asking the question by Tony Craft. No hesitation at all in giving him out LBW for a very valuable 39 runs to Richard Hadley. Well played. Keeps the game alive. And that could be out. He caught him. What a magnificent piece of bowling. A great catch. Tied him down. Tucker looking to hit that on the onside. And Dennis Lilly taking a beautifully judged caught and bowled. Great cricket. Tremendous pressure applied by the great fast bowler. 6 for 203 and a wicket made. What more can you do?
And New Zealand are 6 for 203.
Whoops, dear. And we bowled him. At least trying to drive square of the wicket.
Jeremy Coney, a very experienced player in a tight situation. He hit the winning run with 2 balls to go in the West Indies match.
They're running for everything they possibly can, and once again another single. Now the pressure's on everybody. That's an ear that could be out. It's a high one, it's a pressure catch, and he's just caught it. The adrenaline's pumping. Lawson, is it? Or Sean Graff, whoever it was, he took it very low to the ground, but a vital wicket. Jeff Lawson.
There goes Warren Lees. The tension had got to him a little bit. And he took rather a... Yes, they'll be sitting right on the edge of the chair. And, they might need a can or two or something. There'll be a few leopards jumping around the place.
That's in the air, that's safe. That's 4 runs, well timed, picked it up. Just strained down the leg side. Coney picking it up well. And a beautifully played shot. The end of a fine spell from Dennis Lilly. 10 overs, no balls. They're bonuses for the opposition as Lawson comes in. And that's cut fine. It could be 4. That could be the winning run. Lance Cairns cutting the ball. A jubilant Lance Cairns running up and down the wicket with the bat held high. And a good victory for New Zealand. Well played, and aren't they happy? And why shouldn't they be? The underdogs in this match, and they've won it well.
Well, there's the happy side of things. And the New Zealanders walking off very thrilled. And,
Graham Wood 19, Greg Chappell 25, Kim Hughes 20, then Border 5 and a lovely 44 by Rod Marsh. He's in good batting form this year. Graff no score in his first international. And very rarely do we see anyone take 5 wickets in an innings in a limited over match. Andy Roberts did it on this ground last year against England. There it is, that's the story. 7 for 219. They paced themselves so well that they made those 219 runs with 5 deliveries to spare. From Lilly, he's got a great heart. He took a marvellous catch off his own bowling. 3 for 40 and 1 for 40 to Sean Graff. Greg Chappell finished with 1.
Gets that square, that's beautifully timed. That could be 4. Yes, that beats Ned, and that's the way to start for Kim Hughes. Hadley just straying around about leg stump. And he's out. Well caught by Smith at second slip. Good attacking cricket by the New Zealanders. Look at Paul McEwen, he's delighted, and a vital breakthrough for them. And well caught by second wicketkeeper Ian Smith.
Well, gloves or no gloves, he
bowls in the wrong spot, and that's 4. Half volley outside the off stump, and Chappell immediately into stride with a beautiful off drive. Hits that hard and high over mid-wicket, 4 runs. McEwen just straining to leg stump. Beautifully timed by the Australian captain.
A full toll taken of that, and so there should have been. Full toss with the man at mid-off, fairly wide.
Mid-on.
Great shot. That's a lovely stroke from John Dyson. And again, lovely timing. I think on the replay we'll see that that is no more than a subtle little defensive stroke. I don't think he'll be shown to have hit the ball any harder than that. But the timing was great.
It was indeed timed to perfection.
It really was a top shot.
Chappell down, dancing down, a magnificent shot, Greg Chappell. Beautiful placement through the covers, 4 runs. And dancing down to Lance Cairns. Well, that's a fine shot. Over the top of the mid-wicket and races away to the boundary. So 4, and that's his 50. A marvellous shot and a marvellous innings.
Chappell again.
Oh, fantastic shot there from Greg Chappell. The ball racing away again. A bit short there from Snedden. Down the wicket, and it's his 50. A marvellous 50 by Chappell, and a very quick one. That's 4, and the crowd getting to their feet and cheering their hero. The Australian captain really showing...
It's in the air and it clears mid-wicket. 4 runs to Greg Chappell, picking the ball on the up and whipping it away as only Greg Chappell can do at the end of the over. 165 for 1. It's pulled high, Smith getting under it, and he's missed it. Goes through his hands and it bounces over the fence for 4 runs. Ian Smith making good ground but not judging the catch and putting it down, and things going for the Australians. Bowled him, Yorker got through, good delivery, second attempt, tried it 2 balls earlier and finally got through with the Yorker. Fine innings from John Dyson. Couldn't play much better than that in limited over cricket, and a standing ovation for this young player who's having a magnificent season. Ball has hit that in the air, could be out. Yes, straight to Snedden at mid-on, well caught. Waves to the crowd who have been giving him a bit of a raspberry, but good bowling by Chatfield. He's kept it tight. Border falls trying to hit down the ground.
3 for 207.
Oh, there's a marvellous stroke. Mid-off, Chatfield had only to move 3 or 4 yards to his right and had no chance of cutting that off, and yet... well, now let's... Hasn't got it there. Yes, he has. It's a misfield, and he'll certainly get 2. Will look for 3 and will get it. A splendid century to Greg Chappell, captaining Australia in their second Benson and Hedges World Series Cup match. Australia went down on Sunday, but here tonight they're looking good. 100 in 125 minutes from 92 balls. That's a well-judged stroke. Beautiful hit. You've got to be informed to be able to pull off a shot like that. Just the quick little movement, lovely footwork, and a flick of the wrists over deep backward square leg for 6. And there's a deep mid-wicket, but that's not going to do him any good because Chappell has split the field between the 2 of them. There's a man at long on as well, and the ball banged into the fence. And there's a chase for those 2 players, and neither of them can get it. There's some glorious batting going on here. That's a lovely stroke. That's a top-class stroke from Doug Walters. Deep mid-wicket. Pick up 2 easy runs there. Walters goes to 26. Greg Chappell is 138. And 3 for 289 at the end of the full 50 overs. And what a feast of batting that was, with a very good crowd in here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Greg Chappell, 138 not out. Tremendous performance. He faced only 109 balls. The New Zealand innings after that Australian onslaught got away to a fairly slow start. They picked up 14 runs in the first 5 overs. Here now is Lenny Pascoe coming in to bowl to John Parker. Parker has made 6 and the score is still on 14. In the commentary box, Tony Greig and Keith Stackpole.
That's in the air and he's out. The breakthrough for Australia straight away, very early on. New Zealand could have done without that. The ball lobbing out to cover. And a handy breakthrough for Australia, seeing the dismissal of John Parker. Nice. And New Zealand 1 for 14. And he's hit that. It might even go forward. Has. Lilly can't cut it off. And that's a good start for young Edgar. Well, that's a fine shot. Beautifully placed through the mid-wicket field there and way out for the deep mid-wicket boundary. And that's through the mid-wicket, or the square of the wicket. That might be 4 as well. It is. So the score just skipping along a little bit now after a pretty sluggish start. Awesome just straying down the leg side a little. Well, that's a good shot. Just a bit short by Chappell, and that'll be 4 as well. And once again, he's found the gap. That is a good shot. And that'll be 4 as well. Trevor Chappell won't catch it. The youngsters come out and help him out. So very well timed. The ball just a little offline.
That's close. Big shout. Yes, that's out. Well bowled, Greg Chappell. Edgar getting onto the front foot. Beaten by Greg Chappell, and Chappell with a vital breakthrough for Australia. New Zealand 2 for 63.
And Bruce Edgar is on the way. New Zealand 2 for 63.
That's out. Brilliantly caught. Going for the drive, not quite getting it, and a magnificent catch by skipper Greg Chappell.
The crowd are delirious about that. Of a wicket to a New South Welshman. Game right from the start.
Safe away over point. And it's very, very fast away down on, well, all round the ground, but particularly where it slopes away there towards the ladies' stand and the Wongal stand. And that's it. Lily's revenge. 4 wickets down now, and the crowd has been spurring Dennis Lilly on. He has 1 for 23 now from 6 overs. Burgess has gone.
And that was fatal. 3 for 138. I beg your pardon, 4 for 138.
He's hit that, and that really did hit the middle of the bat. It's going to be 6. It's a huge 6. What a fine shot from Richard Hadley. Richard Hadley cutting loose, and that was a magnificent clobber. He's hit that. It's in the air. He's gone. Caught at mid-wicket. Dyson the catcher. Short delivery. He didn't middle it. Straight to Dyson, and Hadley on his way. He's hit it and he's gone. The neck to Marsh off Pascoe. The New Zealand captain Howarth on his way, and really that does spell the end of New Zealand.
The last 4 wickets were able to muster only 19 runs.
Oh, he's tried hard. He's gone again. It's a neck and Smith's on his way. Graff has it. Smith caught Marsh, bowled Graff for 1. It's not a good shot at all there by young Ian Smith. I think a little bit overawed by the occasion. Now 7 for 175. Down the wicket, and he's hit that, and it's in the air, and he might be out. Border's coming in. He's got him. The end of Lance Cairns, and Border will be happy with that because he dropped one in Adelaide. Well judged catch by Alan Border. Saw him muck a similar one in Adelaide on Sunday, but no mistake then.
That's in the air, it's safe. It's 4 runs. Oh, and he digs it in. A little bit nasty, Rennie, no ball called.
And there was a bit of...
He's He's hit this one hard and high. There's a man down there who's getting under it. It's very high, and it's well caught. John Dyson, well judged catch, well struck, high and hard. Pascoe picks up his 4th wicket. That bowls him, and 5 wickets to any. Pascoe well bowled, and a good victory for Australia. Australia wins by 94 runs.
Crowd rushes onto the ground. New Zealanders leave just that fraction quicker than the kids tearing onto the ground.
Well, as the kids rush out on the field, 94 runs, the margin for the Australians, and I think probably a true indication of the difference between the two teams on this.
This has been another presentation from Nines Wide.
Again to Hughes. He's down the wicket and he's hit that straight over the top. He really middled it. Yeah. Interesting shot. And 4 runs is on. So that's pressure. That's in the air, and it's a beautiful shot by Hughes. Doing exactly as his captain would no doubt have asked him. Smacking it over the top of the outfield for 4. And always series.
He's hit that hard and well. That could be the shot of the match, using his feet beautifully. Tadossi hit the ball high and hard over cover. A magnificent one. Hughes does the charge and hits the ball beautifully through the mid-off position for 4 runs. He is prepared to charge the medium paces. He did so, hit it on the...
Uses his feet like that.
Green bowled him, got through him, a good delivery, good line and length, and Hughes is out. A vital breakthrough for India. Australia 1 wicket for 60, Hughes out for 35.
Who have lost their first.
That has to be one of the most stupid runs you could see anywhere, or attempted runs, because nothing goes down the scorebook except Jay Dyson run out.
He makes a rather undignified exit, having scored 23 runs. So the score now 2 for 62.
Hogg is coming across under the selector's wishes. And what a good catch. Border goes. It's 3 for 73 now, and the Australians in trouble, needing 209 to win. A very, very good catch. And Kirti Azad, the man taking the catch away there.
The Indian side has put up in this session, in this innings. So Border out for 6, 3 for 73. So Dilip Doshi bowling once again. Greg Chappell. And squaring there outside the leg stump. And you really can't do that to Chappell. A very strong onside player on the carpet.
It's gone. And Greg Chappell goes. Gavaskar, the captain, takes the catch, and my word, he'll be delighted. Back of the bat there, I suspect, for Greg Chappell. Everyone was looking out away past the umpire.
Chappell in Australia now 4 for 76.
Walters down the wicket, and he's hit that. It's skied it away towards mid-wicket. That'll be 4. And the crowd loving every second of that. Beautiful shot by Dougie Walters, leaving the pressure for Australia just a little.
The Gardens. It was quite wet, the hair.
Oh, and he's gone. He's out stumped. Coming down the wicket to Dossi's 3rd wicket. Just spun away from the outside of that bat, and Doug Walters is out. And that certainly was a tremendous 180. So India really in a tremendous position now. Australia 5 for 118. In anticipation of a big hit by Rod Marsh. And he's gone. He's bowled him. Now that really was a thoroughly irresponsible shot. Marsh lifting the head.
Hard way on that occasion.
beaten this time outside the off-stump. Kamani doesn't take the throw, beating the bowler's end. It's going to be close. That's very close indeed. He's home. Look at the Indians. Their hands are in the air. How close was it? As we go, shout for LBs, the way the leg buys. One at least. Coming back for the second. It's going to be close this time. That's out. A ridiculous second run. Never on, and Trevor Chappell's run out. Vishwanath, the fieldsman. Australia set.
Big trouble.
Looking at the scoreboard, and Dennis Lilly, the experienced partner. Australia's run rate to date is 3.39. When they started this chase, it was 4.26 needed per over. He's bowling. It's a vital wicket. Look at Roger Binney. He's not happy at all. Graf hitting down the ground. Bowled as clean as a whistle. 8 for 139.
Rodney Marsh, and Australia now in big trouble as Shaun Graf leaves the ground. 42nd over, total 8 for 139.
Jeff Rawson, the incoming batsman, on strike to Roger Binney. He hits it in the air. It could be out. It's going down the middle. It should be a sail, and he's out, and Roger Binney's on a hat-trick. 2 wickets in 2 balls. Roger Binney striking once again for India, and Australia 9 for 139. And are they...
Their tactics, a one-day game. Roger Binney, second wicket in 2 deliveries, and Australia at 9 for 139, looking right down.
Dennis Lilly, the batsman. Dennis hits that, and he beats square leg. That's going out towards the boundary. Mid-wicket, Roger Binney's coming around quickly. Cuts it off. They're looking for 3. There's a chance for a run out. And there is dear, oh dear, it's suicide. Australia have committed suicide. An unhappy Dennis Lilly sent back by Pascoe. And Australia are all out for 142. And the crowd run onto the Melbourne Cricket Ground. A sensational finish to this exciting game. Dennis Lilly run out, sent back by Winnie Pascoe, and no speaks as he walks off the ground. Australia all out for 142 and playing the ball onto the stumps. So needing 208 for victory. Australia all out for 142 in the 43rd over. Batsman out Dyson, run out 23. Kim Hughes bowled Patel, lured down the wicket, bowled Doshi. He was stumped for 27. Trevor Chappell run out 14. Marsh bowled Garvery 7. Shaun Graf bowled Binney 5. Lilly run out 5. That's a thick edge, and it goes down to Dennis Lilly. This time he misses, and he's the ball chasing him all over the place. That's 4 runs. It's quite not as bad as 3 drop catches. He's cut that well. That's a good shot off the back foot. Cutting the ball just fractionally wide of the off stump. That's 4 runs. Well played, John Wright. His first aggressive shot of the morning. He played it beautifully.
That's a fine shot. That raced away across this Melbourne cricket ground. Oh! No slip, and that invariably cost 4 runs in a limited over game. His third man is always being played wide.
Again, off that 5 pad. And going for the second. Hoods into it, and it's hit the stumps. Big shot, and he's out. He's gone. Very close indeed, that one. Graham Wood, who misfielded a ball a couple of overs ago. The ball of first New Zealand wicket, 1 for 74. Or there could be danger here, and Trevor's got it, and he's out. He's run out, he didn't even bother putting him back. And so a misunderstanding there between Wright and Coney. Coney on his battle just to remove the bails. No real pressure on him except to take it. And the ball with the second New Zealand wicket for 96 runs.
Oops, there's a chance to run out the bowler's end. The throw's up, and he's out. No, he's not. The high throw enabled Paul McEwen to make his ground. He looked on for all money. The throw was high. He bowled in, drawing away, trying to thrust the ball through the offside. And Wright is out, bowled Pascoe for 57. dead centre.
Hadley scored 51 in the Brisbane Test match, 51 not out in New Zealand's second innings. He's one New Zealander who has scored 1,000 runs in first-class cricket, in Test cricket, and taken 100 wickets.
He's got that, he's out. Straight to backward point, straight to Trevor Chappell, who made no mistake. And a vital breakthrough for Australia. Danger man.
Made no mistake with the catch, so Hadley is out for just the single, 4 for 160.
Gets a thin edge, and that could go to for 4. That, in fact, does go for 4, and that's the rub of the green for Mark Burgess. Getting an edge. The third man's rather square. Nice relaxed stance at the wicket. Kick that in the air, and that's safe. That's a good shot, Mark Burgess. That's down the ground. That's 4 runs. 11 runs conceded in the over by Len Pascoe, and a very good over for New Zealand. Well batted Mark Burgess, and it's 4 for 134.
This is gone.
Lenny Pascoe trying to pitch in a Yorker. Burgess got it pretty well, sliced it away. It's a difficult position, point. Alan Border getting that white ball coming at him pretty fast pace, and Burgess is now out. New Zealand 5 for 138 in the 43rd over.
Well, that's got to be out, I think. That looked absolutely plumb. Whereas Parker had been aiming
On his way, and New Zealand have lost their 6th wicket for 104. Chip agrees with him adamantly. That is out LBW. Stephen Brock gone for 2, and New Zealand 9 for 153.
on a pitch where there are some variable belts. That's out. That's the finish of the innings. 156. The New Zealand innings ends with Chatfield LBW to Pascoe, his 4th wicket. 157 to win for Australia.
He's at that very well. Down the gap again. That same gap. Get free this time. They're after it. And will come for 3. So Border having a very good start here. Burgess the fielder there. That's a great shot. Beautifully played through mid-wicket. Racing away to the boundary. And that really was a magnificently timed shot. And this really might have been a good decision by Greg Chappell. Big shout there, and he's given him. He's gone. And not a very happy Dyson, having a little stare at the umpire there, but Hadley has broken through for New Zealand. LBW to Richard Hadley, Australia 1 for 15.
And he nearly did that. And the ball went to Parker at first slip, just bounced in front of him. A single, the end of the over. 1 for 34. He gets that, and he gets it away well behind square leg. Picks it up. Troop dives with his 4 runs. Well played, Alan Border. It wasn't all that short, and he ripped it away back into square leg. Good intelligent cricket.
Oh, beautiful shot. Beat 2 of them. And runs into the fence. Now, what better placing could you get from that? And once again, the placement so surprised. To Alan Border, brought in as an opener, pushed up the order, and he's responded to Greg Chappell's urging by making a half century.
That was short again. Didn't bounce much, but Border was very savage on that. Pulled it away through mid-wicket. That's out. And Border has been dismissed. Caught Edgar, bowled Chatfield for 55. And the second Australian wicket has fallen. Alan Border out. Caught Edgar, bowled Chatfield, 55.
Taken off the buzzer, get him. What a great piece of stumping. A fantastic bit of work there by Lees, the New Zealand wicketkeeper. And Greg Chappell is on his way.
Great piece of work by the New Zealand wicketkeeper Warren Lees. Leg side stumping. Greg Chappell just lifting and falling forward, and Lees taking it. Chappell trying to get that foot back, but not able to regain his ground. Beautiful piece of stumping by the New Zealand wicketkeeper. Nothing more pleasurable for a wicketkeeper than to get that leg side stumping, and also to get that valuable wicket of Greg Chappell for 48, and Australia 3 for 116.
Well, that's a fine shot. Right through the field, bisecting it and thumping into the boundary fence. Shall I say, fielded there by a young Australian. So Walters not taking long to get himself into action. Score 3 for 123. Oh my goodness. He hit his, what happened? He's given him out. Has he given him out, LBW? I can't believe it. Oh my goodness, I'm sure that hit the bottom of the bat. He's run that very fine. No slip and very well played by Tim Hughes. That'll be 4. He's running out of the face of the bat down to third man.
He's bowling, cutting back, middle stump, dead plumb. Top performer, Richard Hadley, always a competitor.
There's no giving in by Richard Hadley. He's going to see it right through to the end. Action, Richard Hadley, and very fine performer, as Bill Lawry mentioned, but certainly not throwing in the sponge. He's going to fight it through right to the bitter end, and Trevor Chappell just playing across that one, clipping the back pad, tilting back that middle stump. And that's the fall of the 5th Australian wicket. 143.
Miraculous win. It's going to be wickets in this over from Richard Hadley. He bowls to Wood. They're working for a chance for a run out. If he hits a stump, he hits it, and it's going to be out. Yes! Dear, oh dear, a great throw, but that run was really never on. And Wood trying to get off the mark. It was called through Hughes, who went. The throw hits the run out, and it's 6 for 145, and the game's still alive. He's probably quite nervous. The pressure's been applied. Australia, after these valuable 2 points in the Benson and Hedges World Series Cup, the crowd are feeling more comfortable. They're a bit more relaxed. Hugh and Chatfield coming in with Australia needing 2 runs for victory. It's in the air. Oh, it's over his head. It touched the fingers of Coney, and it's gone away for 4. Victory for Australia off a drop chance, a difficult one, and the crowds.
In from the southern or Randwick end. The pitch very good, and the Indian skipper Sunil Gavaskar taking strike in the commentary box. In the first over, it's Tony Greig and Keith Stackpole. Hughes again having to do the chasing, and that outfield is fast today. Good combination.
But that was a loosener on the part of Rodney Hogan, I tell you. That pitched just short of a length, and it took off. Rod Marsh did well to stop it from going for 4 byes. Hogg again. Gavaskar wondering. That's wide, and he smashed it. Beautiful shot. It'll be 4. Well, that's a beautiful shot. Slightly overpitched and beautifully driven out into the deep mid-on outfield, and that'll be 4. That's a short ball and tickled away, and Lilly is not going to make it. A valiant attempt by him down there on the fine leg boundary, but missing it, and again 4 runs. On for Lilly. And he's bowled him. What a magnificent start to Pascoe's spell. Gavaskar out bowled by a York. We just saw the Thai power strike, and India now 1 for 31. Binney turning that on the onside. Outfield very fast. The ball probably go for 4, and the kids jump over the fence, and it's 4 runs. So Binney now taking over from Gavaskar.
Good delivery that from Lenny Pascoe. A very, very good piece of cricket. He's taken 2 wickets. Vensaka's gone. Court Marsh bowled Pascoe 4, and India have slumped now.
Vensaka is on his way back to the pavilion, and it's 2 for 42.
Great shot. What a nice way to bring up the half century for the team. A lovely boundary away through extra cover. Beautifully timed. It's a no ball shout. There's no slip. 4 runs. Total goes into the 60s. Short Gruff. Oh, well bowled. That's a good delivery. He's been moving it in off the seam all the time, and that was a really good leg cutter, or so it seemed from here. We'll get a closer look at it on the replay. It looked to me as though it moved away.
If he'd have moved it away, he may have missed the edge. Binney, after a promising innings, is out. India are now 3 for 64.
Plenty of Indians amongst the crowd as well. No doubt he had to cheer their side on. That's beaten Marsh, and it's racing away down this very fast outfield for 4.
And that just shows you how difficult it is to keep wicket standing up on a pitch that does help the seam bowl a little.
In the air, over backward square leg. Then 4 runs. Good shot. Just clipped the way off the hip.
That was a good shot from...
In the air, just wide of Kim Hughes. 4 runs. Time wider. Beats Len Pascoe at mid-off. Lovely off drive. Coming from the blade of Yashpal Sharma.
Dinasili's second ball.
And he's bowled him. He's knocked that stump right over. Sharma out for 34, bowled by Lilly.
Well, obviously, that crowd got to 129.
And he's gone, bowled, playing across it, looking to get it away on the onside. So 2 wickets coming very quickly for Australia.
India lose their 5th wicket for 130.
And responded to going over on that ankle. LBW, Kurti Azad. Lilly concentrating at the stumps, paying dividends. Azad, LBW to Dennis Lilly for 1 run.
And the 6th wicket is down for 133.
What a beautiful piece of fielding. What a great piece of cricket. The Australians have looked good out there. John Dyson, the man in front of square leg, and coupled there.
That's 7th wicket. What a great catch that was. 7 for 137.
All run out. But taking his eye off the ball, and a single, in fact.
That is not going to be the case now.
That's once too often. Yet a little attempted stroke around the onside there by Vishwanath. He's out for 43. Sean Gruff has struck again. And
The leg stump, and he departs, bowled by Gruff, and the total is 8 for 151.
The sun's reaching the hill there, so it's obviously still quite warm over there. shout there from Dennis Lilly. But it's not going to do him any good. It beats Graf into the fence. Little edge onto the pad. And that was why there was the delayed appeal there. The end of Lilly's over. And it's 8 for 156. It's to be Pascoe and Rodney Hogg to finish up the final overs. And that's run out. 1 run from that, though. There's always the chance of the fumble. 180 the total for India. 181 for Australia to win. He's coming in to bowl to Alan Border, as your commentators Tony Greig and Keith Stackpole.
In the air, good shot by Alan Border. Finney pitching short on leg stump. Proved fatal for him. Alan Border dispatching it over the vacant square leg area for 4 runs. That's been deflected fine, and it's quick out there, and I suspect it'll be 4. It'll be a good bit of feeling if it's not. It's 4. So 4 runs down to fine leg for Dyson. And the crowd really enjoying the Australians settling down to a reasonably decent start. The score, no wicket for 21. Once again, Border finding a gap. Beautifully placed, and there's no doubt about that. That's 4. And the crowd really appreciating that shot. Beautifully timed by Alan Border. Oh, great shot. Beautifully placed again. Alan Border in fine form. That's 4. Border cuts, and that's racing away to the boundary as well, and it'll be 4. So Alan Border, he's playing shots, is middling them, and as a result getting 4s. Mid wicket, square leg. And a man just in catching there behind. Well, again, a well-placed shot. This might not quite make it. It's going to make it. It's 4. So the outfield very quick, and some fine timing out there by the Australian batsman.
Bowling to Dyson with a score on 56.
Well, it was one of the strangest appeals I've ever seen. I have a feeling that John Dyson thinks so as well. No one really
Lost their first wicket at 56.
It's a fine shot for 4. Lovely timing there from Alan Border. Very racing away into the boundary there, just in front of the ladies' stand. We just leaned across. Lovely shot. Really top-class batting from this young left-hander. Great shot. Lovely stroke. 4 runs. And that again was a marvellous example of timing the ball. Good footwork as well. And there it is, the half century for Alan Border. And what a good innings it's been. .52 now out of 1 for 77.
There you have a left-hander with great control against Chappell.
That's beautifully placed on the back foot, picking his spot, slimming it off in there, and it's 4.
Well, I think Chappell on that occasion.
And the pull shot from Border. over the infield and out towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. Once again a drive, and once again he's found the gap. Doshi's after it. It's 4.
And there are boys on the ground there. There was a fieldsman coming around from deep extra cover who conceivably could have cut that ball off. He was right on the fence. He's standing there at the moment. He's still very annoyed.
Keith. Couple of days. Another good bouncer. Safe. Well, you would bet against Greg Chappell getting that between those two fielders out there. They must only have been 25-30 metres apart.
Overs remain.
There's a good shot. Third man had no chance there. That was beautiful timing and placement, and Border applauds his captain as he goes past him there.
Now just waiting on Alan Border to score those 2 runs for his centuries.
And there it is. Border makes 100. And it's a fine performance. It was a very good innings and picks up 3 runs. Off 120 balls in 100. And there it is. Those are the winning runs. Australia has won by 9 wickets. A very solid performance and a thoroughly deserved victory. Congratulations from Sunil Gavaskar to Greg Chappell.
Indeed, it is a sweet revenge for Australia, and one in which we've seen the starring of Lenny Pascoe, Dennis Lilly, and in the batting lineup.
It appeared likely Gavaskar would play this shot.
His chance, and he's caught him. Beautiful piece of bowling by Gary Tripp. Found the
Innings, Gavaskar has shown this inclination to play at deliveries that were wide. The first Indian wicket has fallen with 3 runs on the board. 1 for 3, Gavaskar out for 1.
This one's high in the air. Points getting back. And he's dropped it. A very difficult chance. A great effort. Edgar, minus a beard, made a lot of ground for the forward square leg and a deep fine leg. So extra protection on the onside. In the air, that's a glorious shot. Picking it on the up. Put it through mid-wicket. Beautifully timed for 4 runs.
Yes, it was, and I think Chauhan is showing a very good appreciation of this one-day situation.
Breaks that fine, beats Warren Lees, and that's 4 runs. Fine leg glance. Glancing the ball away, deflecting it out of the reach of the wicket.
His best shot this morning, Chappell Chauhan. Nice timing and no chance at all of extra cover. Chopping that off. See a bit of over-pitching there from Martin Snedden. Shot, and I think it might just have flicked the fingertips on the way through. But it was very powerfully struck. Well done. Well, there's disbelief on the faces of the New Zealand fieldsmen, and he's given that. Warren Lees gave a choked appeal there. All sorts of funny things happening there with the umpires. Lees is saying to Cairns to put Ben Sarkar's glove on the 2 for 45. Here's Jeremy Kearney coming in now to bowl to Vishwanath. And Vishwanath plays away down to fine leg. It's very, very fine, in fact, and the man coming around from fine leg has to pick up Gary Troop. Returns very low. Lees has to take it on the first bounce, and just 2 runs to Vishwanath. Well, that's a good delivery. And Snedden is quite rightly delighted about that.
Have lost their third wicket in the 21st over with the total at 52.
It's up on leg stump. They're going for the one. Ken's just a bit slow there. He's trying the stump, hit them, but these two are pretty quick, and the umpire knocks back the appeal. Again wide, and he's hit that very hard. And that might be four. It is. That's a short one. He's gone to the full and he's hit it over the top of square leg. It's bouncing out towards the boundary. It'll probably just make it. It's four. And that's a pull shot and a fine shot. It's in the air, but it's going to beat the fielder down there. That's four. And he gets onto those very quickly. And New Zealanders set him up then, dropped the man short for that last delivery. Gashpal put it away and Sharma's hit it in the air and he's out. Straight down mid-on throat. Hadley has it. Face. And a good breakthrough for New Zealand. The fall of the fourth wicket, the Snedden second wicket. India 4 for 79. Gashpal on strike. It's in the air and he's gone too. Oh, what a silly shot. Just tipping it up on the onside. Caught at middle wicket by Wright. 5 for 84. They're hitting that one down the ground, and that's better. The middle bat, and it's raced away to the deep mid-on boundary.
Till gets some wood onto that one down to mid-off for a single. That brings up the 100 for 5. And he gets that high in the air, and that's square. That's a good shot. Picked it up beautifully. It's a fraction wide, and he picked it up and whipped it away for 4 runs. He's done it again, and Cairns on a bad line there. Been far too straight on leg stump. He's done it again and again twice, Frank Tyson, because that's good intelligent cricket. The ball pitching the middle on the leg and going down with the angle. A pat on the shoulder from his partner. He's gone again, and he's hit this in the air and safely, and that's good intelligent batting. He's gone again, and that's 4 more. That's a big hit. That could be 6. What a magnificent hit. It is a 6. Over cover. A magnificent hit. Not very often you see a hit square over cover. And he's hit that hard and high. Crashes into the fence on the full 4 runs. And he's hit a go, and he could be out. Yes, he's hit it straight to John Wright at mid-on, who took a well-judged catch. Possibly when Patel should have been looking for the single and giving the strike to his big hitting partner. He tried to hit it.
That right across, over the top, into the fence. He hit it straight to the field. 6 for 136.
Even the fall of Patel's wicket didn't stop Kapil Dev. He and Kirmani continued the onslaught on the New Zealand bowlers.
He's hit that hard and high. That's a magnificent straight. Hits the 6. Right up into the Clem Jones stand. That's one of the biggest hits ever seen at this ground. A magnificent hit.
That really was a bigger hit to the camera.
Fastest stuff I've ever seen, Frank. It was really... He's gone again. He's gone again. It's over. Another beauty. What a magnificent... Oh, well, there you are, Jeremy Coney. Can't do much else. Kapil Dev. Applause for his 50. 2 magnificent hits down the ground. That one going even higher into the fence. Keeping this game alive. It's gone out into the street, which is Jeremy Coney conceded that he's under fire. I don't think his skipper would be too impressed, but Jeremy Coney wishes he had a shovel so he could dig a hole, because he's still bowling to Kapil Dev. He can't get away from him. He comes again. He's gone again, and he misses it. A big roar from the crowd. Full pitch, and he's got that down to deep fine leg. That could be 4 more. Didn't get a hold of it, but badly bowled. And Cairns not impressed. The crowd loving it. I'm sure our viewers are also. A tremendous onslaught by this man.
Well, there's a gap there at mid-on. That's going to be 4 more. That's good, sensible cricket from Kirmani.
Certainly has been some power hitting from the big Indian all-rounder.
A marvellous stroke. It's all timing and elegance, and the introduction of Gary Troop to the attack in the 46th over was sufficient to break the Kapil Dev-Chiumani partnership and eventually to wrap up the Indian innings. And he's gone this time. And in the middle of the pitch, Gary Troop lies flat out there, but he's all right. It's just relief at having taken the wicket. He slipped, Chiumani is gone, and it's 7 for 190. And Ghavri's into the act now, getting it away over mid-wicket. Good firm stroke. Not quite firm enough to go to the boundary, but good enough for Ghavri to pick up 3 runs. 7 for 198. Gary Troop to bowl to Carsten Ghavri. So we have 3 overs to go. That's safe. And it's 4. High away on the offside, and safely caught there by Cairns. Troop takes another wicket, and Kapil Dev has gone. And what an innings it's been. 8 for 203 now, and that has been a magnificent exhibition of hitting by Kapil Dev. He's swung the game right back India's way.
75, and it's 8 for 203.
Now Yogesh Singh faces Gary Troop. And that's got to be out. Mike Burgess is under it. First ball.
It's 9 for 204.
So it's an uneven looking scorecard there, with 75 the top score and 46 from Chetan Chauhan. And the next top score is 18. Well bowled, and there's the run out. Oh, that's bad cricket from India. Yes, and Howard away on the right there is delighted, and so is Richard Hadley. That's what they needed, and it was a sacrifice play there by India, and they've given New Zealand another over. New Zealand is telling him, and Doshi as well, the umpires are telling him that now New Zealand have a full 50 overs to face.
Attempted bouncer there, and quite simply leaning back and letting it go by. So a slip in a gully. As Ghavri goes away on his run. That's a half volley and smashed to the covers. That'll be 4. Well played, John Wright. That'll make all those New Zealanders very happy.
No wicket for 31. Till to come around the wicket to left-handed batsman. He hits that over mid-on. John Wright got hold of that well. It's running out towards the boundary. 4 runs. John Wright in good touch.
Well, again, that was
As possible. That's in the air, and it's a missed chance. Busy at slip, getting his hands to that square slash, just deflecting it down to third man. Edgar. And there's 4 on the offside, cutting off the single, and he gets that away nicely. Wright picked it up too short and pulled it away for 4 runs off the back foot. John Wright, quite impressive here this afternoon. By French.
being LBW.
It's going, this chance is in the air. The captain's getting under it, and he's dropped it. Dear, oh dear. Bit of confusion between Doshi at mid-on and Gavaskar at mid-wicket. It was the skipper's catch. Dev in a bit of trouble there. Stuffing up to the wicket. And Wright's got a top edge, flying over to point. There's 2 going for it. Dear, oh dear. Whoa, rocks the fortune. And he's out. Caught, 2 going for the big mark. The taller ruckman took the mark. And the wicket falls at 67. Grants is fine. Down a deep fine leg. That's 4 runs. That's just what New Zealand is looking for.
Doshi can mess up Doshi's line.
So he is bowled, Bruce Edgar, the scramble there to try and get back, and that is a lovely piece of bowling from Dilip Doshi.
He is out. New Zealand have lost their second wicket with the total at 93.
That's got to be out. Back of the bat, an attempted at a sweep, and Doshi has done it. A very good performance. Kapil Dev has come round to take a simple catch, and Jeff Howarth has gone. Just an attempted little sweep around on the onside. New Zealand 3 for 102 compared to Yoguraj Singh. And he's got it safely, a safe pair of hands, and Lees is gone. Didn't quite get it, and what a performance Dilip Doshi is putting on here. Yoguraj Singh never looked like putting that down.
New Zealand have slumped to 4 for 103. Need a win.
That's safe. It's a good shot, 4 runs. Well, I've seen Coney pull something out of the bag in limited over games before today. He's got that away for another 4. No chance of Vensaka picking that up down a deep fine leg. He was only some 6 or 7 yards away from it.
Well, that's in the air and he might be out. Oh, he's dropped him. My goodness. What a terrible let-off there by Doshi. Bowled so well and a pretty straightforward catch, which he should have caught without any trouble at all.
And doing some of these.
Oh, that's an interesting shot, and he's gone. Trying to be too clever, holding his arm, but given out. And that's the left-handed sweep shot, the reverse shot, which is played by a fair few players all around the world, and it didn't work for John Parker, though.
We haven't seen it played. Parker, he's out for 11, and New Zealand 5 for 130.
Gets out, gets it fine. That's a valuable 4 runs. Didn't quite middle it, but Burgess swung it fine. The man at square coming around to try and cut off the single at mid-wicket. Bowled him! Middle peg, trying to force the ball through the offside. A vital breakthrough for India and well bowled.
Well, that could be it. Mark Burgess looking for the drive. And wicket is down with 158 runs on the board.
Hadley joins Coney, and Coney gets that and whips it around to mid-wicket for 4, timing the ball beautifully, Jeremy Coney. The moment he's come to wicket this afternoon, he's hit the ball with tremendous... He's hit that in the air, he's hit it straight, he's getting under it, and is out. Vensaka taking a well-judged catch. Richard Hadley hits straight and long. Vital wicket, a good catch under pressure.
50. Should have got his eye in. The total's now 7 for 160.
It's hit hard and high down a backward square leg coming around. Doesn't stop it, does some soccer. Kicks it over the fence. Back to Yoguraj Singh. He's high in the air, the mid-wicket's coming around. It's safe. And it's 4 once more. Taking a long time to pick up that well-struck ball from Cairns. And that's well played. Dabs it fine, could be 4. So well played, the latest of late dabs. Cairns getting it away, playing well under pressure. Poor old Yoguraj Singh's feeling the pinch. Well bowled and it's hit straight. Gavaskar coming across again for the second. The throw's good. Well, made his ground. Well done, Jeremy Coney. Well thrown, Gavaskar. Good cricket. 2 runs to win, 4 runs required. And there it goes. Out to deep backward square leg. And they're home. Well played, New Zealand. Good performance by Jeremy Coney. He might well be pleased with himself. Took a lot of stick when bowling, but fought back with the bat. On to score 49s. Supported by Cairns, who played well, and a good all-round performance.
But it certainly was, with the later New Zealand batsmen really performing. Now, with the competition evenly balanced, Australia on 6 points, India and New Zealand both on 4 points.
To give up driving and play the square cut and the pull shot in the Adelaide Oval. Not a lot of joy hitting the ball down the ground on the Adelaide Oval. They're very long boundaries and you've usually got to run most of the runs. So your boundaries are square of the wicket.
That's a beautiful on drive by Gavaskar. Getting into that, moving into the shot, hitting it straight down the very long straight drive. They've already ran 4. Looking for the 5th. Is this the 5th? And there you go, 5 runs, well run. Chauhan and Gavaskar scamping between the wickets. And I think Adelaide going to get a 5 off a straight hit. And it's in the air, just beats Coney at second slip, and it goes away for 4, but my word, that's a good piece of bowling from Richard Hadley. Finding the edge, Gavaskar, and just beating Jeremy Coney at second slip. Beats him, and that's out. Getting the outside edge, playing away from his body again, and the Indian captain falls on the offside. Trick just angling the ball across. Gavaskar getting himself forward and getting an edge.
And there's another one. Now that's good bowling from Ian Snedden. He bowled extremely well at the Gabba the other day, and that was a ball of full length. He's picked up the 2nd wicket. Chauhan, that's a good stroke. Gave him too much room to move there, Lance Cairns. One of the requirements of limited over bowling is that you mustn't allow the batsman
To bowl to Sharma. And that's a half volley and beautifully timed by Sharma. 2 extra cover there, and it's racing away to the short boundary, and that'll be 4. Fine shot, and India needed that.
And this Pearl Sharma's first boundary for the morning.
When he's gone, cover, well done by Coney. A very low one, and might be taken. He's got a good pair of hands, Coney. We've seen Jeremy Coney very active in the slips department. In India now 3 for 95.
And he's out trying to force the pace straight to the safest pair of hands in the New Zealand side, Jeremy Coney. And Patil leaves and India in trouble at 4 for 102.
For this wicket.
And that's a glorious shot. Captain picking it up off his toes and whipping it through mid-wicket. And that's just what India needs to play some sensible cricket. No effort. And that's a glorious on drive by Kapil. That's probably the shot of the match so far. Full Pitts tried to york him, I think, Hadley, and Kapil Dev was equal to the occasion and hammered it down the ground. A glorious shot. Slow delivery, and he's picked it up again. He's whipped it down through mid-on. Hadley using the change of pace, but Kapil Dev was equal to the occasion and put it away again. The end of the over. Good over for India. That's a glorious off drive. Yaspal shown that he has the shots. Taking the lead from Kapil Dev and hammering that through cover. Kapil Dev. And he's hit him hard and long in the air. And it drops and bounces over the fence. I don't think that mid-wicket picked that up. John right. He just seemed to be ambling there, lost. And Yashpal's picked one up. He's having a go too, and it's over Wright's head. That's in fact 6 runs. He's caught the bug and he put it high and hard over square leg. And that's just what India needs. They're really taking the game up to New Zealand now. Very consistent now. He's bowling to Capildare. And he bowls in. He clean bowled him with the ball that cut back, and that's a vital wicket. He's done well, this young lad. 3 for 33 in Brisbane, and he bowls the big all-rounder with the ball that come back off the seam.
153.
And Yashpal's had a go at him. It's high in the air. It's over one line. It's a big hit. That's, in fact, it's a 6, isn't it? It's a magnificent hit. Yashpal showing that he's got tremendous timing and power. That's a 100-yard hit, that. It's a beautiful. He got whacked again, and it could be 6 more. He's put this over square leg, dropped it short, went for the extra bit of pace, and he's picked it up and ripped it away.
Well, it's a battle in 2 at the moment, and
30. So you can see the high points of this game later tonight. That one's nicked away down to third man, running away to the boundary, and it's 4. So another 4 of India as Troop tries to cut it off without success.
Well, certainly Yashpal is playing a very intelligent game here. Snedden's bowling particularly well. He has the figures of 3 for 28 at the...
He's going for it. He's in it high and hard, and it's over the boundary. So another 6 to Sharma. Magnificent shot, and some bad bowling there by Troop. The ball short and smashed away over the square leg boundary for 6. Garvey on strike. He's whacked it away to square leg. Will it be 6? It might just carry. Yes, it is. Over the boundary, 4-6. So India 7 for 230. A fine shot there to finish the Indian innings by Garvey. We'll be back at the best catches of the last 3 seasons. So.
New Zealand, no wicket for 5. John Wright, the batsman. Carson Garvey, the bowler. And Garvey, very tidy. New Zealand, no wicket for 30. India were 1 for 23. Oh, and Parker's hit that beautifully. And that's a glorious shot from man with little footwork. He's got back and he's crunched that away. That's in the air and that's out. Attempted push on the onside. The ball just getting up from short of a length. Parker caught square on and just popped the patch up around the corner. The first wicket is down for 30.
this breakthrough, New Zealand 1 for 36.
Changing the bowling, and it's Till coming in, and he bowls in with a million wide. You wouldn't believe it. A bad delivery wide of the stumps. John Wright not really using his feet, and isn't he disappointed? And rightly so. Looks so good this afternoon.
Also with a total at 36.
Live. Going to Coney. There's a better shot. Now, they could run any number here if it doesn't go to the fence. That's bad luck for New Zealand. They certainly would have got more than 4. But, coming back to the third there as the ball went into the fence. 4. Good shot from Kearney. Chipped it away over mid-wicket. 4 runs. And Roger Binney pays the penalty there for being too close to the line of leg stump.
That's hit away square of the wicket very well by Alf. It's going right through the gap there. Third man trying to cut it off, but not succeeding. 4 runs, and so the New Zealanders keeping up the momentum here. Good shot there by Howard. Now the New Zealanders responding well. 2 for 105, and that's bowled him. Well, that's fine bowling. He's given him out. Bowled. And I think it must have come off the pads.
It was the square leg umpire that gave the decision, Tony, which makes me wonder whether in fact he was stumped, but we'll have to have a look again.
3 for 105.
Interesting contest, this. Spin on a dead wicket. And Jeremy Coney hits it in the air. And he's missed it well. That wasn't the best attempt to take an outfield catch. He ran sideways rather than back. And Jeremy Coney picks up 4 valuable runs. 9. And he's looking for the one. It could be a run. It hits the stumps this time. It could be out. Yes! Good piece of fielding by skipper Gavaskar. Came in, picked up, and for once hit the stumps. And that's a vital breakthrough. Unfortunate for Coney, who was playing
Wide of that crease across Hadley.
And Hadley's gone. He tried to hit with the spin. It's in the air. Gavaskar's under it, and he caught it. Just caught it, couldn't hang onto it. That's a vital wicket, beautifully bowled. A fine piece of bowling. Tied him down with 2, threw the third one up. Hadley went the right way with the spin, but the flight deceived him. He was just short of it.
Into the air. That's a great breakthrough for New Zealand. 6 for 134.
And the Indians are going to catch up very quickly from now on.
Well, that was a good, useful blow from Lance Cairns on the first bounce over the fence.
Man now for New Zealand.
That's a good shot. Now that is what he must do. He is much better when he's hitting straight or on the offside. I know he hits well on the leg side as well, but he does swing himself off his feet, gets right off balance. And that was a really good stroke away over extra cover. And there's another beautiful stroke. Not beauty to the eye of the traditionalist, but beautiful from the New Zealand point of view. He's hoiked that away from outside off stump. And Papsaranu. Well, that's the way to do it. That's a top-class stroke. Bad leg and all. Mark Burgess has guided that away with a lovely piece of timing on the offside. Gavaskar just got the fingertips to it. Vensaka. And it's 4 runs. That's a good stroke. And Vensaka's in trouble. Vensaka in real trouble over there. Jamming his hand into the fence. Into the pickets. He's got it in the air. 6. Must be 6. A lovely clean hit. Now Garbry was trying to york him there. Just over-pitched it a little. Paid the penalty. Now there is a great blow for New Zealand. Oh, good shot. That's a great hit. A marvellous hit by Lance Cairns. He's picked that up beautifully. Well, this is all excitement here. Oh, he's bowling behind his pads. Well, I don't think that would have been premeditated. And Cairns won't be happy about it.
Leaves with a very good 39 against his name, and New Zealand are 7 for 213.
Over 8. Oh, he must be wrong end. Wrong end, Bird. And the runner's out. Lees is out. And what a tragedy for New Zealand. That's the pointer I made earlier, that Lees has to be behind the batting crease, the same as Mark Burgess, the man who did the throwing.
Hand, drop catch there at backward point. Doshi, who made the mistake up in Brisbane, dropped Jeremy Coney and it cost India the game.
It's in the air. And it's out. Safely held. Snedden is out. Caught there by Carson Garbry, away at mid-wicket. 9 for 220.
And it's 9 for 224. And Kapil Dev bowled him a bouncer.
Well, Troop has decided that that is the way to win it. He has to hit. There it is. That's the end of the game, and India have won. They've won by 6 runs. 9 for 224 becomes all out 224 against India's 7 for 230.
a victory to India by 6 runs. The Benson Hedges points table now stands at Australia have 6 points, India 6 and New Zealand stay on 4. And these have been 2 thrilling matches, the one at the Gabba the other day and here New Zealand winning at the Gabba, and here today India coming out on top by 6 runs with Kapil Dev bowling Troop, and that is how the table stands at the moment. Australia 5 matches played and 6 points, India 5 matches played and 6 points, New Zealand 6 games.
Cutter, the leg cutter, he's so accurate, and I don't think any batsman in the world under any wicket would really enjoy facing a new ball in Dennis Lillee at this time.
Yes, that's quite true. It's getting harder, of course, for Dennis Lillee. You can probably see the sweat pouring off him. It's a pretty humid day here in Sydney, not terribly hot, overcast, very sticky.
That's a beautiful delivery, that sums it up. At the stumps, doing enough to beat the bat, and Lillee again breaks through for Australia. A vital wicket. India 1 for 2.
Lillee, after 2 wide delivery again, another 20 times, they still miss it. 1 for 2. This
Gets it away nicely. His hip finds a gap and 4 runs. Well played, Roger Binny.
And that's the first time that the Indian bat.
Oh, and that's a wideish half volley, and well played by Roger Vinny. Getting onto that very quickly. Trevor Chappell chasing after it, trying to get it. He might just have hooked it out. No, he hasn't. 4 runs there to Roger Binny. And there's a big appeal, and he's out, caught behind. Ben Sarkar on his way back to the pavilion. Well caught there by Roger Marsh. A straightforward catch and fine bowling by Lenny Pascoe.
Ben Sarkar out for 3 by Len Pascoe, and India 24 for the loss of 2. Bit of movement off the seam too, and ball not exactly coming onto the bat all that quickly.
He's nicked it, and he's gone. He's given out, caught behind. Well, Keith Stackpole picked it. A little bit of movement off the seam there by Greg Chappell, and Roger Binny on his way back to the pavilion. And so there it is. Shaun Binny and Vin Sarkar all out. Pascoe in there, and a beautiful shot there by Vishwanath, slipping it away off his legs down to the boundary of square leg for 4. Beautifully timed, well played shot off his legs. Pascoe over pitching. Oh, and he's bowled him. Well, he's gone, Greg Chappell. Clean bowling, Sunil Gavaskar. Well, what a disgraceful shot that was. The captain of India going for a huge slog and bowled out by Greg Chappell.
Yes, a poor shot that, Tony. Not in his dump. And 4 for 32, India.
Oh, fine shot. Beautiful shot off the back foot there by little Vishwanath. Hitting that square of the wicket straight to the boundary. And a fine cut shot again by Vishwanath. He plays that shot so well.
Rodney Hogg obviously wasn't watching in the last over when Len Pascoe dug it in short.
He's also got 23 runs and he's looking good. He's nicked it and he's gone. Well, crikey. Perhaps we put the mockers on him there, nicking that ball outside off stump. A bad shot again from a batsman who's far more capable.
Completely dominating proceedings at the moment.
Kapil Dev, batsman. Big shout, that's close. Boy, that's a tough one for India. Kapil Dev, LBW without scoring. Umani taking strike.
3-6 a bit expensive off 4 overs.
That's close, got to be close, yes, come in front, walked across. Yaspal Sharma not really going forward or back. And Plum, and it's 7 for 55. If for 1, it's on again. That's close, yes. Suicide. Not really needed by India at this stage. Giamani not happy with that decision, but he looks always to be struggling.
60.
That's chance and beautifully caught by Rodney Marsh. What a ripper! Diving across to his left, and Greg Chappell picking up his 4th wicket.
Greg Chappell really...
And he's out, trying to hit down the ground, and Greg Chappell picking 5 for 15. What a magnificent effort by the Australian captain. A wonderful summer. Batting average about 260. He comes on and gets 5 valuable wickets.
As the last wicket falls there.
Back and Padden, quick single. Dyson off the mark.
Often under pressure as well, it's Graham Wood. And more runs there, that should be 4. The outfield will be a little slow with the rain that fell here yesterday in Sydney, but still the ball can beat the fielder into the boundary.
This will Graham Wood, who's been out of form.
Well, there's only a half shout there from the keeper. The bowler was giving it the full yell. The keeper followed him up. Interested to see the...
But then joins in on the appeal. Looked as though there was a deflection. The slips have gone up. Vishwanath at first slip didn't show a lot of reaction. Kapil Dev's sure that something touched. Certainly Graham Wood spun the head around very quickly, Rich, to have a look.
Now straight down the throat of the man at deep fine leg. Well bowled, Kapil Dev. That's a good piece of bowling. Hit it straight down the ground to Roger Binney. Now that happened the other day with Rodney Marsh. Now, it's a very clever piece of bowling. So it's 1 for 18. So Chappell hits it one straight through the gap. Down the wicket there, giving it a bit of room. Hitting it straight through the gap out to the boundary for 4. So Chappell prepared to take the attack to Doshi, and the result 4 runs.
The end of Doshi's over, 1 for 31.
That's a beautiful drive by Greg Chappell. On the up, through extra cover. Well, the outfield just a little slow, but the ball was hit well enough to roll into the boundary fence for 4. Australian off the Indian batting. So runs, more runs there for Australia, down to 3rd man, 2 there. Sharma moving around from... And Chappell hits that high and way down towards the deep square leg boundary. Picked up very well, goes for 4, so that really leaves Australia now 14 runs to win this game. Chappell moving off the ground with Dyson, marvellous position. Bowling India out for 63, and now they are 1 for 51.
A short run, and Greg Chappell gets it down to fine leg to ties the score at 63 apiece. And there's the winning run, and Australia win by 9 wickets. Disappointing day for the Indians. They go down again, and a great day for the Australian captain, Greg Chappell. 33 not out, and 5 wickets.
Lilly, 10 overs, 2 maidens, none for 27. Hogg, 8 overs, no maiden, 1 for 40. Pascoe, 10 overs, no maiden, 3 for 37. Greg Chappell, 9 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 35. Sean Graham. Best of 5 finals. And there's a 1 wicket down. The first wicket goes down, and Alan Border is gone. He's been playing that pull stroke very well this summer, but he misjudged that one.
18 on the board, and Alan Border now leaves the field, and Australia 1 for 18.
And he's picked that up from off stump, I reckon. He's got 4 runs for it.
What a good wicket out in the middle of this Sydney cricket.
One shot.
Kearney just straying in length and one. Quickly into double figures. It's 13.
He's bowling to Wood. That's a beautiful square drive. Bracewell going in hard, but that's 4. And John Bracewell taking a tremendous chance there. Sliding face first. 1 for 1. And it's square driven by Greg Chappell. 3 runs. And the game getting away from the New Zealanders, Ian.
Hands together. It's just
Big shout, he's out, yes, the breakthrough they needed. Smith taking the catch, Jeremy Kearney the bowl, and Wood is out. Caught behind for 39.
get the breakthrough. It is now 2 for 74.
It's been bowled, so it's even money at the moment. That's a great way to greet a new bowler. Fraction short and square cutter. Greg Chappell in great touch.
Queensland umpire there.
In the air, could be out. Yes, straight to Jeremy Kearney. Mid-on, that's a vital breakthrough for New Zealand. Greg Chappell out, caught it mid-on for 30. It's now 3 for 90.
Man, not so delighted as Australia are 3 for 90.
Change of bowler, it's going to be
To Walters. He's played that fine and he might get 4 for it. He's going to get 4 for it. It's a quick outfield, it's 4. And the crowd absolutely jubilant. Their hero playing that down to the fine leg boundary for 4. Snedden frustrated. 3 for 101. New Zealand hoping that this will be his night. And it's a big shot. It's over the top of mid-wicket. Huge cheer from the crowd. It's running away towards the square leg boundary. It won't quite make it. And the young kids come on the ground. Oh, how bad. Well, it'll be interesting to watch the umpire now to see whether he signals a 4. I don't think he has. That really is disgraceful on the part of that young man, and obviously getting a rollicking from his father there for coming onto the ground. A very silly thing to do. That's the end of the over. 3 for 106.
Goes at 17 overs were bowled in the last hour. Now the policeman has just come along and had a little word with that boy.
Again over the top by Walters. What a superb shot. Played away to the mid-wicket boundary, and my goodness, he's in magnificent form. Right off the middle of the bat, just shipping it over the top of mid-wicket, and it ball racing away to the boundary. So Snedden. There's Nick, and it's a big peel, and he's given him out. Yes, he's gone, and I don't know why he's standing there. There's no doubt about the fact he nicked that. Tim Hughes on his way back to the pavilion. New Zealand breakthrough, and my goodness, that makes this game wide open.
Hughes out, caught Smith, bowled Snedden, 21 of the total, 4 for 122. Having a word with Cairns, and he's taking a great deal of care. Game, he's going to get an average of 10.67 with a bat.
Big single there and a big shot. Stumps him, there's a big appeal, he's given him out. What a fine bit of fielding by the New Zealanders. Chappell, his own fault, setting off for a quick single there, trying to get off the mark and run out. Well, that was marvellous work by the New Zealanders. His analysis. And there it goes. Marshy hitting across the line there and succeeding in penetrating the leg side field. They'll turn for the third. And once again, a good throw there. The end of the over, 5 for 133. Point.
And a deep fine leg. And that's the Marsh of Adelaide. Those of you who saw Marsh take Delance Cairns down there will remember that shot. That one didn't. He's got it away safely. Priceless runs for Australia. Martin Snedden and the crowd on the hill going wild. They sensed that the Australians were in. He's got that. More in the middle of the bat. A great shot. Smashed it into the fence at square leg, and what a problem this is now for young Martin Snedden. What a good shot. And Hadley paying the penalty for straying down around Doug Walder's leg stump. And that's 4. Seen some fine innings from Doug Walder. Chapel, no score. Here's Bill Lawry.
Vicky Ritchie, that's a great hit by Rodney Marsh down over mid-off. 4 runs, and what a wonderful innings from the wicketkeeper batsman, tearing the New Zealand attack apart. He's broke his bat, and he's picked up a single. Action plus at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Tremendous roar from the hill, they love it.
Well, you don't see that happen too often, and that's the handle has come right out of the blade. Jeff Howarth obviously done a bit of bat repair work in his time, and the blade just flies straight out of the handle. Rod Marsh can't work out what's going on. Lance Cairns nearly.
Rodney. It's Hadley. He fracks a chance. He could be out. Yes, he's out. Caught behind, and the game's alive. Hadley striking down the leg side. Smith making no mistake at all, and the game's alive. Boy, oh boy.
On his way, a fine innings for 49, and Australia have lost their 6th wicket for 201.
He's gone for the flick down the final leg, and it's a single. Looking for 2. The throw's good.
Four runs required, with only 2 balls to go, and it's Sean Graff on strike. The experienced man is at the running end. And Jeff Howarth giving some advice to his bowler, and I think that can be a very dubious thing to do. I remember giving Mick Malone some advice in a similar sort of situation, and the next ball disappeared over the boundary for 6.
It was possibly don't bowl a no ball under any circumstances. As he comes in, Graff goes for a swing. It's at his feet. Oh boy, oh boy. A leg by. 1 ball remaining. 3 runs required, so it's virtually got to be a 4 or a 6. Look at Howarth. He's like a cat on a hot tin roof, and who wouldn't be?
And here is where the circles really come into play. 3 runs Australia want to win. That's the circle there, the field restricting circle. And Jeff Howarth has got to have 4 men inside that circle, and we can't have the ridiculous situation that we had here last year when the English captain had all men on the boundary. So that is the advantage of that field restricting circle. Jeff Howarth has got them back as far as he can. He's got them, the 4 men, absolutely ringing that circle.
And watch the players run when Walter strikes this delivery. It's straight down the ground. It's stopped. They can't possibly get 3. A run out and New Zealand win, and what a victory for them. A magnificent performance under pressure, the New Zealanders. They're delighted. 2 points and a fine performance from Martin Snedden. They didn't crack when the pressure was on, and they go through those gates, a delighted team. Look at Howarth. The pressure's tremendous. And what a victory for him. Congratulations from his teammate. He's aged 10 years tonight, but victory for New Zealand. And what a magnificent innings by Doug Walters. Gets applause off the ground, but all to no avail. Walters not out 50, Graff run out 7. What a tremendous performance. Howarth shaking the hand of the Australian batsman. The massive crowd delighted, and oh so close for Walters and Sean.
To a victory, and oh what a vital 2 points that is for New Zealand. They now go into outright second position. 8 points from 8 games. India 8 games and 6 points.
That's a good shot, and it's well fielded. That's Walker straying to leg stump, and Wood cutting off 4 runs. This time he's off the mark. That's a good shot, a deflection. The first time that Hoggs got the leg stump. Pascoe deflects, and he deflects into the fence. 4 runs. So some of the good work undone by Lenny Pascoe, kicking the ball back into the fence. The end of the over, no wicket for 9.
The first 5 overs.
That's a good shot. It's very strong, and Dennis Uy makes a great effort. What a tremendous cricketer. Doesn't stop it, but gives 150% trying to cut off that square cut. That's a good shot. That's a very nice shot. Very delicate, fine touch. And that's a glorious one-day shot.
Lilly to Edgar.
That's in the air and it's well taken. Well, Lilly has made the breakthrough. A good catch there at second slip by Walters. The ball went quickly. It was a nice height, but Edgar nicking it.
And Edgar leaves the field, and New Zealand have lost their first wicket with a total on 45.
In the air and again. Oh, and he's put it down. My goodness. That one going slightly slow there to Walters, and he's upset. He should have caught that.
That's Lilly, and he's bowling to John Wright.
In the air again, and once again past an outstretched arm of Doug Walters. That was a long way away from him, and he had no chance of catching it, but it certainly was. Well, that's well played. And Lilly putting his hands together there. Well, it's a frustrated clap on his part, and that ball going into the boundary. A good shot there from Wright. Slightly over.
Chappell to Howarth. Great stroke. Not a very good delivery, giving him plenty of room there. Greg Chappell with the outswinger. And the New Zealand skipper very quick to take advantage of it. And what better way to get out of the horrors than to hit it straight down the ground. 4 runs, up comes the 100 for New Zealand. And that's a good militant blow from Jeffrey Howarth. 1 for 100.
Thank you, Richie, and it's when Pascoe. It's a full toss, and it's well struck through mid-off by Howarth, finding touch. And that's 4. Well, Greg Chappell's not only got a sore hand, but his fieldsmen are not fielding all that well at the moment. That's in the air, it's going out to the border. This time he's under it, and he takes the catch, and that was really unnecessary from Jeff Howarth. They're playing too well for a shot like that. And straight down the throat of the man at deep wicket. That's a vital break.
And a rather irresponsible shot for Howarth there. I hope he won't regret that. 2 for 148.
Coney takes strike now to Pascoe.
And he's gone. Caught and bowled without scoring. That's the big blow for New Zealand. A great breakthrough by Len Pascoe.
Well, it certainly is, and to New Zealand.
And for our New Zealand viewers, this is what happens to batsmen in Australia these days. The little duck comes out and drops a tear and waddles off with you to the pavilion. 3 for 152.
Lenny Pascoe to John Wright.
He hits that, hits it in the air, that's safe. That's 4 runs, in fact, so he's on to 76. John Wright giving himself a little bit of room, but hitting with power.
Chappell to Burgess. And this is something that Greg Chappell and Rodney Marsh could well have done without. And another chance. The fielding's been sloppy. The lot of pressure on wicketkeeper. Greg Chappell to John Wright. And this time, Greg Chappell does it all on his own. And there's the other wicket down. John Wright goes after a fine innings of 79. Greg Chappell strikes and didn't.
Very good innings. He's on his way, and New Zealand are 4 for 107.
It's very close. Indeed, he's given out. Burgess goes LBW to Dennis Lilly.
LBW, and New Zealand are 5 for 198.
First ball from Dennis Lilly, and I'd class that as a chance. I think Martin Kent, who has done some very good things in the field, to Cairns. What a marvellous hit! What a great hit! He's picked that up and hit it onto the far part of the roof on the hill stand. Pascoe to Cairns. A good shot. That's a super stroke again. He's hit it straight between the man at long on, Greg Chappell, and Max Walker at deep mid-wicket. Or wides. Max Walker has got it. Cairns goes. Come back in this match after the problems he had down in Melbourne when he called no ball when Lance Cairns had.
Glorious shot by Martin Kent. Beautiful square cut, getting onto the back foot and throwing the head back and really laying into it. And confidence built.
Field to Rodney Marsh.
It's out, yes, he's caught him, what a magnificent catch. Jeremy Coney, who's been as safe as a bank all summer, didn't let his bowler down and took a beautiful catch low down, and New Zealand right in this match.
And Rodney Marsh on his way back to the pavilion, and what's more, accompanying him just a little further.
It looks as though Rodney has a new pet. Australia 2 for 28, but much worse still to come. Hadley to Martin Kent.
It's out! He's gone! Hit it straight to square leg, and Howard takes the catch and look at them. They're divided, so they should be. They've played well. They've got off the ground during the summer, and now they're putting...
Written all over the face of Howarth, the New Zealand captain. 3 for 28. They would like to do, and we'll talk about that after this ball.
Close, yes, he's got him! Judged in front. 4 for 28, 4 wickets without a run. Australia, and look at those New Zealanders. The Demon Hadley. And there goes...
And Hughes on his way back to the pavilion.
Oh, he struck him on the hand. Could have gone for a catch. He threw his hand up. No helmet tonight for Alan Border. No help up there.
Chappell.
Greg Chappell gets 4 runs, but it wasn't all that convincing. Hadley steamed in. Chappell. Great shot.
Well, the crowd going absolutely berserk here. They've been waiting for a bit of good news from the Australian point of view.
And Alan Border takes strike. The shot. Delightful stroke for 6. Oh, just the top of the fence. Fine shot from Alan Border. 4. Just bouncing back off the sharp part of the cricket. 4 for 53. Just taking strike. Very good. Having moved him finer, Border took advantage of it and smashed it away behind point. And another great shot. Just beating that man at point, and that's an expensive over from Lance Cairns, from Martin Snedden, 4 for 78. Cairns to Greg Chappell. Great shot that. And that's what Greg Chappell must do to push this run right along.
And Greg Chappell has been holding himself back.
Cairns to Border. Great hit. Straight into the fence, just over the top. It is just brushing over the top of the fence. Border hit the fence on the full not so long ago, and this time he's cleared it, and it's 4 for 91. Chatfield to Chappell.
He'll take a bit of control out there. He knows he's got to play a sheet anchor role. He can afford to get out at this stage of the game.
He's gone, and you could hear the shout of frustration from Greg Chappell there. He knew he was gone the moment he hit it. John Wright, the man at mid-wicket, and Ewan Chatfield strikes.
They wanted that man Chappell on his way back to the pavilion, and they've got just that. And Australia now slumped to 5 for 93.
Border.
That's a big hit. That's a great hit. That's 6. That's way over one. And Border could be just that man. His second 6, a beauty. Hit it in the air and he beats. Mid-on. New Zealanders looked at each other as it went through the gap. 4 more. 15 runs off the over. 5 for 125.
Alan Border now faces Chatfield.
That's a good shot. He's charged him and hit it over. Point for 4. And that brings up a magnificent 50. And the score 50 under this sort of pressure. It shows a touch of class. He goes again. That's 4 all on the ground. A glorious square drive. The left-hander tearing in New Zealand to take a part of the vital stage of this match. Border hits it straight. He could be out. It's one of the best catches in the side. It's Coney, and he doesn't let his bowler down. A beautiful pair of hands, this man. That's a pressure catch when the man's on fire.
Border, a tremendous innings, but he's thrown it away just when Australia didn't want him to.
It's in the air, it's an edge, mid-off, Cairns is under it, and he's gone, and that's not the best shot in the world from Dennis Lillee, with a professional partner at the other end. New Zealand right on top.
He's out, and Australia are now 7 for 145.
He's bowled him, and that's the one they wanted. Walters trying to force for the first time, and McKechnie doing a great job from his side. 8 for 146.
Walters is on his way for 20, and Australia are 8 for 140.
Hadley. He's gone, outside edge. Didn't even bother to look. Hadley's through again. 4 for 24. And Ian Smith takes the catch.
Back of the Australian batting early on, and now snipping in for the tail, getting Rodney Hogg out.
And what a good catch to finish it off. Ian Smith, who's kept so immaculately this summer, first of all as understudy to Warren Lees, and now in his own right in the first of these limited over finals, takes the catch that ends the match with Australia all out. 155 jubilant Kiwis on the hill. They can't congratulate their own players, so they're going to have a little round of congratulations for themselves, and there is the man who did it with his leadership. A very, very good performance from Geoffrey Howarth. 78 runs.
Putting him off the ground, and what a fine performance by that New Zealand fast bowler. John Wright, Dennis Lillee going around the wicket, and the first ball punched through mid-wicket for 4. And look how fast that ball runs to the boundary. Very quickly indeed. Well hit shot.
Out, yes, great catch, Rodney Marsh. The champion bowler struck back, kicked the ball through mid-on, got the ball to cut away, Marsh got letting him down. Words are said already, he's happy. My word, a happy Australian team.
The move of going around the wicket, paying dividends for Dennis Lillee. The first ball clipped for 4, and the second one, the wicket caught behind. And the ball just getting through to Rodney Marsh, highlighting that not a lot of life in this wicket, but that's a great breakthrough for Australia. Right, out-caught Marsh, bowled Lilly for 12, and New Zealand 1 for 15.
Going to drive, and the big fella's broken through with the in-swinger. The crowd roars, the Melbourne crowd behind Max Walker. Disappointment for Howard, but a great wicket for the Australians.
On his way back to the pavilion. And New Zealand now 2 for 21.
Chance.
That one pulled away well. And that might be 4. What a great shot that was too. Jeremy Coney there, latching onto that shortish delivery and dispatching it to the square leg boundary. And there's a huge appeal for LBW. He's out. Lilly struck again. LBW. Jeremy Coney trying to pull once more. This time picking a ball just a little further up, and Lilly has made the breakthrough once more.
He's back to the pavilion for 4, and it's 3 for 8, 3 for 30.
Straight away an edge, and that ball rolling away quite quickly over that rather sandy outfield for 4. So not a good start for Beard.
From the outer end, bowling to Burgess. Oh, trouble at the bowler's end. Have to gather it in. Yes, he does. There must have been one there if one batsman can get all the way down to one end and then almost back to the other. Taking strike is Bruce Edgar. It's in the air and it could be out. Border. Safe. A very good catch there, nicely judged. I wouldn't mark it down as the greatest delivery. And Bruce Edgar.
Big Chapel had specifically put a man there equal to hit for that reason. So it's 5 for 7.
He's gone. Late before wicket. Brian McKechnie goes to Trevor Chappell. 6 for 7.
Gore to his name. And there he goes, pursued by our little mascot.
Safely away through that slip gap there, and it's fairly racing away down to the members' end. 4 runs.
Bowled in, and that's a terrible shot in this situation. Smith looking very ordinary today. Couldn't put it together, and Greg Chappell strikes for Australia.
It's their 7th wicket now, with the total on 92.
Chance put him down. Unusual for Trevor Chappell to drop a caught and bowl. Hit well, but straight to his hand. Put it down.
Greg Chappell to McEwen.
Down to mid-off. Pascoe, the fieldsman, throws close to out. Yes, well done, Ronnie Pascoe. What a competitor. Hit the stumps. Don't run on my arm, son.
That's a magnificent piece of work by Lenny Pascoe, and he's just in with him, and that's going to cost him a can as New Zealand slip to 8 for 95.
Trevor Chappell to Cairns.
It's nice deflection, fine. Martin Kent coming around quickly, trying to cut it off. Into the fence, but 4 runs. Kent gets up. Feet well apart. Here's a go, and he's caught! What a catch! What a catch, Trevor Chappell. Put that in the classic catches. Beautifully struck.
Cairns leaving the ground, out for 14, and it's 9 for 113.
That one finding the edge, and that outfield there very quick. Martin Kent won't get there, so that's 4 to Hadley. Very useful 4 to New Zealand. Got it fine. New Zealand is 126 with 9 wickets down. And he's hit that up in the air. It's going right down the ground. Greg Chappell underneath it. There's no way he'll drop that. He's hardly moving. And that's the end of Richard Hadley and the end of the New Zealand innings. So New Zealand all out for 126. A fine performance in the field by Greg Chappell and his men. Good selection. They decided to play the medium paces, and what's more, Greg Chappell used them and used them very well. Len Pascoe didn't get to bowl. this man must be very... There it is, in 46.4 overs. He has bowled, or his team has bowled the New Zealanders out for just 126. A lot of low score. Well, that's a great shot by Border. He plays that one so well. The crowd cheering as Border leans back on his back foot and pulls that ball away to the deep square leg boundary. Well, that's a bad ball by Chatfield. He should know better than bowling.
Yeah. It's in the air, and Border is gone. It's straight to Howard at mid-on, and Border is out. It was Burgess, I beg your pardon. Howard just coming over to congratulate Burgess, and it seemed to me he's out for 19, 1 for 30.
Good shot. Lovely piece of timing there from Graham Wood. McEwen's just about the right pace. Howard to Wood. And there's a fine stroke again. 2 great cover drives from him. One off McEwen, and now that one pops up Howard. Lovely stroke away through extra cover.
Hickey would drive and drive straight. Four runs.
That is a beautiful shot when you consider this slow pitch.
Chappell picks it up, whips it back with a square leg. Much to the right of the big crowd at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Fine shot there by Greg Chappell. Himself, talking to himself.
It's a tough edge. Smith coming back. Can he get it? He does. Well caught. Once again, Graham Wood trying to hook down the leg side. And Ian Smith took a well-judged catch.
On his way back to the pavilion, out for 32. So the score...
Thick edge. Could beat Ewan Chatfield. Yes, he's not the best of the New Zealand fielders. A little bit slow, the crowd down there.
Ooh, that stoop stance of his.
Worked square nicely off the pads. The outfield quite fast and reaches the boundary. Beautiful shot. Worked off the hips by Greg Chappell.
Bruce Edgar look.
Oh, Ken Muse giving it the charge. Stupid shot. Lance Cairns getting him out stumped. And that was a ridiculous...
And Cairns has that rather interesting entry against his name. Stumped Smith, bowled Cairns, 12.
And that's it. It's 4 runs. Beautiful drive. Coming from the Australian captain. He ends up 58 not out. As he heads off to the dressing room, very keen to get there and no doubt very elated inside to draw a level with the New Zealand.
Hadley now to Border.
He's out, and what a fine catch, Parker! My word, he's a good slipper.
Well, first blood for the New Zealanders, and a bit fortunate perhaps that John Park. And that's the end of Alan Border, and Australia 1 for 8.
And that's a touch of class. Another bad ball and 4 more.
Well, this letting the Australians off the hook after a very good start.
Another bad ball. Just can't afford to pitch short at slow, medium pace. The master batsman onto the back foot. Pulled it through McGill.
And McKechnie in only his second over. And
then a glorious cover drive. 12 runs off the over. Classical stroke making by the Australian skipper. Good shot. Oh, Wood not being left behind by his captain, getting onto the front foot and driving beautifully through mid-off. The end of the over, 1 for 56.
Well run away there, down to third man. It's running away fine, and it might be 4. It's going to be 4. Yes, so a good shot there. That third man, Fieldsman, very wide, and Wood playing it away fine. 1 for 7.
Keckney to Greg Chappell.
Oh, what a great shot, and straight through the extra cover Fieldsman there. Greg Chappell hitting that like a tracer bullet. An over-pitched delivery from McKechnie, and that was smashed with all the authority in the world to the boundary. Oh, what a beautiful shot. Well, apart from hitting the ball well, Greg Chappell certainly is finding the gaps. That ball slightly over-pitched on leg stump and dispatched to the mid-wicket boundary.
Beautiful stroke. 4 runs for the moment. Greg Chappell started to swing the bat. 100 comes up for Australia. A great batting there. That's between 2 fielders, is it? What a catch! That is one of the best catches I've ever seen in my life. And Greg Chappell is staying there. Umpires are conferring. Snedden says he caught it. And the umpires have said that's not out. And Howarth is having a word with umpire Cronin.
I would suggest that the umpires didn't see whether that ball carried or not, and Snedden is saying, I caught it. My word's good enough. Howarth is certainly saying, well, Snedden said he caught it, and he would not say that if he wasn't absolutely sure of it. It's a long way from the umpires. Howarth is not good.
Clearly caught above the ground. A superb Wood.
Bowled him. Curran's broken through, and it's a vital one for the New Zealanders. Just as we're saying how well they were playing and controlling the situation, Wood once again trying to hit over Wong On.
He's out for 72 in the Australian total with the second wicket.
Kent, glorious cover drive. What a start.
Well, that's a brilliant start.
Taking strike.
Hit that. It's a big hit.
Having said that, Keith, my opinion, as Greg Chappell plays one away, and there's another one taken out there. Beautiful catch, and this time Greg Chappell's on his way. What a magnificent catch, almost in the same position as the one caught by Snedden, which was given not out. Edgar coming in, diving, and what a magnificent catch. Well, justice has been done, even though just a little late. And he is out for 90, and Australia 3 for 109. Kent going for the big one. What a great shot down the ground. No, there's someone underneath it. Oh, he's missed it again. Misjudged in the outfield. The ball rolling away, and it's 4. Well, the New Zealand is really slumping under pressure in the outfield. That ball hit high and straight, and should have been out. Well, perhaps this will make and he's hit that high, and that's going way out down towards mid-wicket. Right underneath. No, it's not a set, and he's caught it. What a fine catch again. Very well judged this time by him, following that great catch taken off Greg Chappell, and that's the end of by him. First that one of Greg Chappell, and secondly off, to get rid of Martin Kenton. Australia now 4 for 200. The last ball of Hadley's over, and his spell, and that one's hit in the air. It's gone way down towards the deep square leg boundary, and what's more, it's 4, and as Marsh goes past Hadley, just a little word in his ear. What a fine shot. Chancing 6-6-6. Marsh hits it, going down towards deep mid-wicket, coming back for the second, and that's what they'll settle for. So 2 to Marsh, And the Australian total 4 for 235.
Great performance that by New Zealand to keep Australia down to 235. I know it's a sizable total, but at one stage I thought the Australians were going to get something around about 260 or 270. Very good inning. Down to Edgar.
Got that away, that's a good shot. Four to Bruce Edgar. The first four by the New Zealanders. That's in the air, but it's safe. Well struck. Clears use at mid-on. That's just what New Zealand needed at this stage. 2 quick fours. That's a good shot. Fine straight drive. That's 4 runs, and that's just what New Zealand needed at this stage.
Walker to Edgar.
It's a fine shot. And that could be 4 more. My word, the New Zealanders starting to pick up their run rate. And all of a sudden, pressure's on the fieldsmen and the bowlers. Edgar hitting beautifully square of the wicket. Well, that's well struck. Was that a caught and bowled or not?
John Wright faces Greg Chappell.
A good shot, great shot. Beautifully placed again into the offside field. That ball drifting away towards the boundary. I don't think it'll quite make it. Trevor Chappell's getting there and skidding away, and the ball into the boundary fence. So 4 runs. Again, good timing. The outfield quicker today than it was yesterday, and a valuable 4 for New Zealand. This one's in the air and he's gone. Yes, he's out. Caught. The big blow there to New Zealand. Wright very upset. Bowing his head. That one hit straight to Martin Kent. And the breakthrough coming for Australia. Crowd showing their appreciation of good, tight, tactical bowling by Greg Chappell.
The end of John Wright. He got New Zealand off to a good start. He's out for 42 and New Zealand
To Bruce Edgar.
Well, he's got that one away and it's racing away down to the final leg boundary. It's very quick out there. Martin Kent coming around. He's going to have to dive. He doesn't dive. He gave that away. 4 runs. And that certainly got the pressure off them a little bit.
Greg Chappell to Howarth.
Well, that's in the air and it's way down towards the square leg boundary. That's a good shot by Howarth. The ball slightly offline there and he latched onto that very quickly. And a couple of New Zealanders there, or 3 of them, very pretty ones too, cheering their captain. Placement. Oh, there's a big appeal. He's given him out. What a great breakthrough. Greg Chappell there finding the outside edge of the bat. Rod Marsh taking a magnificent catch and the pressure showing on the Australian captain.
It's difficult for a wicketkeeper when he's standing.
New Zealand 2 for 117, and here's an interesting change in the batting order. Did the Australians ploy?
Oh, thank you very much indeed, Tony. And there's a big hit straight away from Landscape. Chappell again. And that's another vicious drive unleashed. And it's through. It's through. That's another 4 runs.
It was a great shot. Max Walker didn't have all that power to go across to his right. It was hit with enormous power. Greg Chappell bowls to Bruce Edgar. That's a very good shot again. Walker coming into the side screen and can't do anything about it. Once it goes under the side screen, it's 4 runs. Run rate creeping up, it's 3.94. Bowled him. It's well bowled by Beard. That's the one they wanted. And he's done a good job, young Graham Beard, today. And I suspect they're beaten by the change of pace.
3 for 136 this one.
Greg Chappell to Mark Burgess.
And he's gone. Well, he wasn't promising today. He just took that off his toes and put it straight to Trevor Chappell at square leg. Mark Burgess out for 2, and the total 4 for 139.
To McEwen. It's good. Oh, what a good catch. Graham Wood looked as though he was unsighted momentarily. McEwen's gone. It was a really good hit. And if it had been another couple of yards wider.
into it, and had he done so, he might have even made cleaner contact and sent.
That's beaten. Short cover. That's 4 runs. There he goes. Well played, Bruce Edgar. What a fine hand. Congratulations to him. He's going back for the second and he gets it. Edgar 101. Tremendous innings under pressure. Standing ovation for the little left-hander.
Well, that's a tremendous hand from Bruce Edgar, and that's a great tribute from the Melbourne crowd. They're on their feet, 140 balls in 183 minutes, and that really is a fantastic performance by the little left-hander, and you can't get a better tribute than a 50,000 Melbourne crowd recognising that.
What can Parker do with this one? He hits in the air. It's going to fall safe, is it? Trevor Chappell going back. Catches it. Could that win the match for Australia? Vital run save. Parker out. A magnificent catch running with the ball by Trevor Chappell. That brings Hadley to the wicket. And what a finish.
Well, the last over. Parker leaves the ground up for 24, and New Zealand are 6 for 221.
And Pascoe from the members' end. It's pulled away. Fine shot by John Wright. 4 runs. We'll take this chance to have a change in the commentary team. It's Tony Greig and Ian Chappell.
Greg Chappell. Well, that's a great shot. Beautifully placed. Beautiful timing. Straight down the ground, through the gap, and that'll be 4.
Crowd really lacking it up, and this once again.
Australia into this match with only 3 regular bowlers.
He's gone. So after such a good stand, John Wright is gone. He's made 57. Caught by Alan Border at backward point of Trevor Chappell.
This was a time when Wright had to force the pace in the 24th over.
He's pushed it into the fence. Graham Wood. Good shot. Bad bounce for the fielder, but it's still 4 runs. A fine blow there from Jeff Howarth, beating Kim Hughes. Balls now to Howarth. To be quick. And he's gone. A foolish run there, I'm afraid. Hesitation from Bruce Edgar. And a great piece of work there from Alan Border. The ball bounced to his correct hand, that's his left hand. And perhaps Howard didn't realise that. And Ed goes out for...
It's well struck, and it's out. Martin Kemp getting off the ground. And taking a well-judged catch. Howarth out for a well-made 46, and possibly for New Zealand with an injury.
He's out for 46, and New Zealand now 3 for 100. He's bowled him. He's dragged that one on. So Greg Chappell striking there. Mark Burgess going for the big one, getting a little edge, and the ball going onto the stumps.
Burgess is on his way. New Zealand 4 for 177.
So to reach a reasonable total.
Parker, oh, and ball just beating the outside edge of the bat, or he might have nicked it. Seems the way Lily's hanging his head that Marsh might well have dropped that one. 40. It's in the air, it's well struck, way down the ground.
A lot of New Zealanders in the crowd and plenty of cheer as that ball goes into the fence. And there they are. A few New Zealand flags and a lot of... Down there at deep mid-on. There's a neck there, and there's a big appeal, and he's getting him out. It's the end of John Parker, caught by Marsh, bowled by Lilly. Well, he's flirted once or twice outside off stump. That time down the edge, and Rodney Marsh making the catch.
He catches Parker, and New Zealand are now 5 for 200.
Lilly bowling to Hadley. That's in the air, he dropped him. Trevor Chappell dropping Richard Hadley at short extra cover there. That one hit very firmly to him and it went out just as fast as it went in. He's hit that in the air, there's a big, he's might be out. He's given him out. Hadley staying there and a great catch there by Alan Border. Moving to his left, diving and getting rid of Hadley. So a marvellous breakthrough there for Australia. The danger man is on his way back to the pavilion.
And New Zealand have lost their 6th wicket for 201.
That's in the air, this will be out. Or won't, will it? It's Rodney Hogg moving around there and he's got him. That's the end of McKieran trying to whip that one away to the leg side, getting the top edge, and Rodney Hogg with the crowd roaring.
Back to the pavilion with New Zealand's total on 210.
And it's a no ball called and it's gone up in the air and oh, it's going to be a run out and oh my goodness, no it's not. I'm even getting confused with all those batsmen out there.
Runs to New Zealand.
Then bowled him. Well, that's the end of Cairns and the end of the New Zealand innings. 215 for 8. To Border. Oh, good shot, piercing the field there and racing away down to the hill boundary. Not much room to get through there between mid-off and mid-off. To the left-handed Graham Wood. It's a very good hit, not a very good delivery. And it's into Wood's favourite area there, just outside leg stump. He's gone inside edge. Snedden breaks through. New Zealand desperately wanted that. Snedden.
Side edge there too. 1 wicket down now for 37. Border out for 19.
In there and safe. Well, he's got away with it.
To resume.
Great stroke. It's not the place to bowl to Greg Chappell. Left-handed Graham Wood. Deposed wicketkeeper. What a fine shot by Wood. Beautifully played there through the offside and the way out to the boundary for 4.
Problems coming forth for New Zealand. The fact that Jeff Howard has got to use
Driving and again through that gap, beautiful placement there. And you can't give him any room to move. 4 all the way, beautifully timed, bisecting the gap. Hewan to Wood. Down the leg side, a bad ball. Played away well by Wood there. Parker's onto it, Wood looking for the second. It's going to be close. It's a good throw, there's a big appeal. Fielding there by Parker. The New Zealanders have struck and McKieran, look at the smile on his face, a bad ball. The New Zealanders right back in this game. Well, Graham Wood's running always questionable. What a breakthrough. He tells the story and that's a great breakthrough for New Zealand. Well, that was a marvellous run out to give New Zealand.
It's in the air, it just beats wide of cover. 4 runs. Catch never on, just wide of the cover fieldsman.
Here's Burgess now, bowling to Hughes.
It's a bad ball, that's a good shot. Parker not quick enough to cut that off, and it's a good shot from Hughes. It was short, he was quickly into position, and pulled it away for 4. 2 for 123.
McEwen to Hughes.
Fine shot. Too short, and Hughes on the back foot, cutting it away for 4 runs. The end of the over. 2 for 138.
Greg Chappell.
Pulls and he pulls well. Glorious off the back foot. It's 4 runs. Our Perth viewers will be leaving us at the end of this over just for the news break. And Chappell, Eddie
Chappell.
Great shot. Glorious cover drive onto the front foot. That's 4 runs. Chatfield very tight, but just over pitching a fraction, and the great batsman onto that quickly and found the gap.
In the air, and it's safe. It's bouncing into the fence on the second bounce. For to Chappell. For to Greg Chappell. And Ewan Chatfield finishes his 10th over. Kim is quite determined to prove me wrong. And he's done it again, Kim Hughes. Having just given Greg Chappell a burst for playing a similar stroke, he's charged Martin Snedden.
But he didn't learn from that lesson, lost his leg stump, and the third wicket has fallen for 188.
Slow delivery, Marsh under it. It could be 6, it's a big hit. He's picked it up and with a mighty hit over square leg. Hadley going for the slower delivery, looking for the top edge, but Rodney Marsh, his favourite shot, directly over square leg, and the crowd rise to him.
Now, balls to Greg Chappell.
Bowling! To right for the young man, too late possibly, but they've tried, my word, they've tried. The master batsman clean bowl for 87, the Devil's number.
As he hits off stump, and Australia are 4 for 209.
Lead to Martin Kent.
There she goes, great shot. The winning straight from Martin Kent, and victory to Australia, and well played. Chasing 215, led by Wood and Chappell, supported by Hughes. They've come back for a fine victory. Congratulations from the skipper, Howard. Great series for him, great series for Hadley, but above all, a winning series for Australian skipper Greg Chappell.
Well, there's the joy amongst the Australian supporters as the green and gold men leave the field, having won this series. And just a thought for Jeffrey Houth, who's had a lot go against him in this series. He's fought it out all the way, perhaps just slightly outgunned by